Not today, Satan. Oh, hello, internet fans, and welcome to 3B Video. I'm your host, Rottin Roger DeMarco, and today we're going to be talking about Robert Englund's 1988 film, 976 Evil.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know about this film, here is your plot synopsis. A geek makes a pact with the devil through a horoscope hotline. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I suppose there's a little bit more to it than that, which we'll get into in a minute. But first, let's take a look at
Rottin Roger's Splatter Facts.
We have 8 dead bodies. We have 2 titties. We have gratuitous phone ringing, fish rain, bathroom bully beatdown, cigarette smoking chair sex, teenagers with gambling addictions, angry pizza eating, that's how I eat pizza all the time, satanic spider summoning, the world's most unorganized silverware drawer,
Pitch shift demon voice.
and 1 dead birdie. Sorry. That was a bat noise anyway. Why would I make that noise? The methods of death include but are not limited to devil phone explosion. Hello? Spider bite. I did the bat noise again. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't. What does a spider sound like? Off screen. And electrocution. Okay, so now on to my overall thoughts of the film, guys. This honestly is one of my all-time favorite horror films. I love movies where the geek gets the comeuppance. A lot of these 80s horror films were kind of centralized around bullies picking on kids and them finding a way to exact revenge. Whether that was through possession or witchcraft, one way or the other, the bullies always got what was coming to them. The thing about this film is, it's a little bit dated because 976 numbers, they don't really exist anymore. The days of picking up your phone and calling a horoscope hotline or a sex line are long in the past. I mean, they might still kind of be around, but they're not nearly as prevalent as they were in 1988. But that doesn't stop this movie from being super effective. It has one of my all-time favorite tropes, where a kid who's bullied seeks the help of a spirit or of the devil himself, and somewhere along the line they realize that they've gone too far and they kind of want to take it back, but it's just too late. But I don't think this movie would have been nearly as effective if it wasn't for Stephen Jeffries' performance as Hoax, because you feel bad for this kid. He's small, he's feeble, he's a little weak, and he's kind of a geek. So you're like, man, I hope things work out for him. Spoiler alert, they don't really. He does fantastic in this movie. He's very funny when he needs to be, he's sympathetic when he needs to be, and with all that monster makeup on, he is downright terrifying, which is a tough task to do for someone who's 5'5". Trust me, I know. And why is it when you're watching these movies, the devil or the spirit, they always start out doing kind of like minor nuisance stuff? This spirit or devil is no different. He starts out giving advice that's kind of like the advice you would get from the 5th grader at recess that smokes. It's like minor league devious, like
Steal some gloves, take some money from your parents, it's okay.
And then it goes full blown to
Murder everybody.
Another thing that's absolutely amazing about this movie that could never be done today is that standard 80s geek kid who is adorable because he spies on naked women. That is hilarious in this movie, and you still feel for this kid. You still like him, even though that's like a Class D felony, homie. You cannot spy with binoculars on teenage girls having sex in weird office chair things and or steal their panties. You can't do that. But he does, and he still gets a date with the girl. Ah, the 80s. What a time to be alive. Am I right? The one thing that's kind of funny about this movie, and I suppose all 80s slasher type films, is that the bullies in this movie have really no other purpose other than to be bullies. They're never nice randomly. They're never okay. You never get to see into their home life. They're just fucking jerks, which just sets them up to be perfect cannon fodder. And sometimes that's okay. I just want to watch people get murdered. And there are some really creative deaths in this movie, namely the spider kill, which used to terrify me to the bone when I was a kid. I don't like spiders. I don't want to watch spiders crawl out of anything and or on anybody. That's disgusting. I don't really have anything negative to say about this movie because I grew up with this film I've always enjoyed it. I have a great time with it. So, in my personal opinion, this movie is 100% popcorn as fuck. Because it's a revenge monster flick with great effects, great kills, and it's fucking directed by Robert Englund. I mean, what more do you want? But I know that out there in the real world, a movie about a killer horoscope hotline called 976 Evil from the 80s might not be everybody's cup of tea. But in here, in 3B Video, this B movie is the movie. But I suppose I should probably get going because, after all, there's a lot of movies out there and somebody's got to watch them. So why not me, right? I'm not calling you Mark Dark. What the hell, one time.